Just hanging out. She's like, I'm just going to clean myself. It's fine. She don't care. She's like, I'm just gonna do this right here for everyone to see. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lisa. How are you guys? Taking a bath? Woo-hoo. Look at you looking all like, well, thank you. My goodness. Thank you. I appreciate you. I been cleaning the house today. Laundry and all that fun stuff. I'm doing great. Hi, Sandy. Woot woot. Just ate way too much pizza. What'd you have for dinner? Black looks nice on you. Well, thank you, ma'am. Well, hello, Miss Lori. How are you? How's everybody? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Hello, Elspeth. You had pizza also? Look, listen. Stop it. Oh gosh. Stop it. Abby had pizza too? Come on. What kind of energy are they putting in the air today? Mine was just out of pure laziness. We were hungry and pizza. We were hungry and pizza exists in the world. So that is what happened right there. Thin crust, extra pepperoni. We had the Wisconsin 6 cheese from Dommy's. We like the Wisconsin 6 cheese. It's yums. Oh my gosh. So what's going on, my friends? Listen, I'm so excited. I'm going to pick my children up in 3 days. In Denver. They're coming to visit. I'm so thrilled. I couldn't be any happier. Well, no, that's not true. I'll be happier when I actually get to see them and hug them. We just had Domino's. Girl, same. Look at us. Twinsies. Twinsies. You were going to have pizza. I'm telling you, like it was a spur of the moment. Not really. I mean, it was spur of the moment. We decided on pizza, but I didn't take anything out for dinner. So I have 3 children. 3. I have 3 children. My 12-year-old lives with me, of course. And then the older 2 are 25 and 28, and they are in Texas. They live in Texas. I love the Wisconsin 6 cheese. It's my favorite. And they're like, do you want to add pepperoni? And I'm like, oh, stop it right now. Don't do this to me. I don't need the heartburn. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't need the heartburn. I've been using shampoo and conditioner that gives me a little more body because my hair's surprisingly flat for it being so curly and crazy. It's really flat. So I've been using Extra Body shampoo. And it is giving me a little more body, and that's exciting. I'd rather like it. Well, thank you so much. My gosh, you guys are so freaking sweet to me. Oh Lordy. What are we gonna do about that? I don't even know. I don't know. I was 19. I was just 19 years old. And I think about, honestly, having kids young and doing it right is not for the faint of heart, because I think about my older two, like when they were 19, there's no way in heck. There's no way that they could have raised children to adulthood. Like, I don't think they would have made it. Somebody would have ended up passing away. You look happy and shiny. You guys are so nice. Look, I released a toxic relationship, a toxic friendship the other day, mentally, emotionally, in my heart. I let it go. With love, of course. Good luck on your journey. And I think that really kind of was like the last thing that I needed to do before I step into the full embodiment of my soul. So recognizing that you're in toxic relationships is the first step, right? Like in AA, acknowledging that you have a problem, you know. Yeah, that's the chatty Kathy. Yes, it is, Linda. But then being able to let them go without any hard feelings, like I'm just letting it go, I just don't want the strife in my life. No strife in my life, I just don't want it. Life is hard enough without contributing to it with difficult relationships. Me too. I did it yesterday. Honestly, I think it's a collective. Thing, Abby. I think we're all being shown, like, you could do better. You could have better people around you, people that are adding value to your life, that are making your life better instead of worse. People who respect you, people who appreciate you and appreciate things that you do from the heart. But that friend that I had didn't really do that. They didn't really appreciate me. They didn't respect my time and energy, and they didn't respect our friendship. And so I just let it go. I let that friendship go, and best wishes to them on their journey. And I hope they I hope they get to finally see at some point how toxic they are and start working on that. I mean, obviously I attracted that friendship into my life about 5 years ago, at about the same time that I attracted Travis into my life. So it should have told me something, right then and there, that maybe it was the same vibe. And I finally realized, after many urgings and lessons throughout the friendship, that it was very much one-sided. It just felt very one-sided. It seems we're all making peace with something, whether letting go of negative energy people or even experiences. 100%. Shyla, thank you so much. Look at you, sweetie. You're gorgeous. Hi, Liv. I'm doing good. We're just having a chat about. I got so much boob hanging out. I can't help it though. It's just all right there. I'm good. I'm good. I really am. I'm so happy. I've never been to Denver, so that'll be fun. Driving to Denver. I'm going to drive up the night before, because my kids are coming in like 7:00 in the morning. And so I'm going to drive up the night before, so I'm there nice and early and with bells on, and I don't want to have to drive throughout the night. That would be terrible. I want to be well rested so I can spend all the time with my babies. And they're still my babies. I don't care how old they are. They're still my babies. Sent you a donation. Oh, my. Is that a halfway point? No, ma'am. That is the closest airport. Look, Southwest was having a sale, $49. It wasn't actually $49, but Southwest was having a ticket sale, and I figured it would be cheaper for them to fly than for them to drive up and drive back, and it would take less time, which it does. It only takes 6 hours to drive from where I live in Sturgis, South Dakota, to Denver. So that's only 6 hours instead of 20 hours, 21 hours driving one way. So I wanted to be able to spend more time with my kids. So we went ahead and we bought tickets, but to come into Rapid Regional, it's just a small airport in Rapid City. It's a very small airport. So to come into Rapid, it was very, very pricey. So Southwest flies to Denver. They don't fly to anywhere in South Dakota. So instead of paying $300 more for each ticket for them to go from Denver to Rapid, I'm just going to drive to Denver because I drive more than 6 hours every day doing DoorDash, and driving don't bother me. So then they get to see me in the car for 6 hours. Anyways, Leanna, I'm going to look for you, girlfriend. Oh, I found you on Cash App. Okay. We have an older lady here for you. Hold on a second, lady. Hold on a second, lady. South Dakota as flat as North Dakota? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I live in the Black Hills. There's hills. They're covered in trees. I really don't care for North Dakota. North Dakota is so incredibly boring and flat. I really don't. I've driven through it one time and I just really, really don't care for it. It's like the roads are like straight for miles and miles and miles and miles, and then they'll have like one curve, and then it's straight for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles, and then one curve. It's like, it's so boring. Driving in North Dakota is like so flippin' boring. But I live in the western part of South Dakota, so towards the middle, and the eastern part, they have the Badlands, which is super, super cool. If you get the opportunity to go to the Badlands, go check that out. Very cool land formations in the Badlands. But I live in almost Wyoming. I'm 30 miles from Wyoming. And Wyoming has a little bit of the hills, but then they have like prairie and stuff like that. But anyways, me neither. You can watch your dog run away for 3 weeks. I know. Yes, that's what somebody told me that once. I watched my dog run away to Canada. That's what they told me once. Watch my dog run all the way to Canada. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, nothing wrong with a little boobage. Halfway point would probably be Kansas, I think. Whatever's below Nebraska, I think is Kansas. I think so. Hi, Lindsay from Michigan. Come on in. The water's fine. We are doing spirit messages tonight. We're doing messages from your loved ones, $25 a piece if you're interested in getting one of those. There will be there's 4 different ways to play in the description box of the video. I can't talk. 4 different ways to pay for your reading in the description box of the video. So be aware of that. Yeah, and that is, how did you go from Texas to South Dakota? What do you mean? By car? It is. Look, Jean, you're not lying. South Dakota is probably one of the most beautiful states I've seen. And I've seen several states. North Carolina is really beautiful. And South Dakota is extremely beautiful. You know, it really is. And like the hills, you know, everybody does hiking and blah, blah, blah. I don't hike, but, you know, that's fine. I don't hike. It's not my, yeah, I don't, is there a story? Oh yeah, I left a toxic relationship. I left an extremely toxic relationship in Texas, and I moved out of state to get away from that toxic relationship. I have not been to Washington yet. It's on my list of places that I will eventually go. I have not been there yet. No, it was in a 4-year toxic relationship, marriage/toxic relationship. And the universe told me about a year and a half into it that in order to get out of that cycle that I was going to have to move out of state. And I just kept repeating the cycle with him over and over and over again until I finally was like the last straw, right? The last straw for me. And so I packed up my stuff and my daughter and I, and we said goodbye and we left. So, and then 7 months later, he was married to somebody else. 7 months. And still contacting me, believe it or not, still contacting me, even though I'd had him blocked and everything, still calling me from random numbers and contacting me, and wouldn't stop. I finally was just like, dude, stop. You're married to somebody else. You're married. Well, I only married her because you left. Does she know that? Oh, gosh. Does she? That's terrible, first of all. But yeah, every time he starts having trouble with his wife, he contacts me, which is fun. It's whatever. Do you whatever you got to do, and then everything will be fine again. And then you know how it is. People only reach out to you when they need you. Virginia, I don't know and I don't care what his wife thinks or likes or doesn't like. I don't care. I don't know. No, he is not my daughter's father. No, it was only a 4-year relationship, and my daughter is 12 going on 13. So she should know. None of my business. They deserve each other. She cheated on her husband with him. They deserve each other. Okay, I love your hair. It's doing a thing, isn't it? It's doing something. I don't know. It's being crazy. I was very sweaty today. Cordera, where have you been? I know I tagged everyone in my group. In the groups that I manage, I did the @everyone thing, and that's the first time I've ever done that. Ever. I don't like when people do it to me, so I don't usually do it to people, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I should. Maybe I should say, hey, everyone, I'm here. What's going on? Hi, Kelly. Good afternoon. That means that you're in Australia? Kelly, are you in Australia? Because it's either that or you're in California or Guam. Where are you? She didn't. Yeah, no. They're actually a mirror of each other. They're very, very similar, and they absolutely deserve each other. Definitely 100% the same person in different bodies. So they're very well suited, but I hope they're happy together. I hope they learn and grow together, and I hope that they can learn to love each other in a healthy way. Blah blah blah. Okay, good afternoon in Arizona. It's 6:30 in South Dakota. I was thinking about you a couple of weeks ago. Some way I couldn't find you, but hey, honey, here I am, darling. I've been live on this page. You might not have found my new page that I started in 2020, November 2020, my new business page, because I got Facebook banned. So I start all over, but I was still in the group this evening. Yeah, I never know what time it is either, Kelly. Don't worry about it. Well, it's okay. They get exactly what they allow, right? People get what they allow into their lives. So if you are only allowing toxicity into your life, then that's what you're going to get. Meh. I love coffee. It's 8:40 in New York. Holy smokes. But my dogs are fine. My kids are fine. I'm fine. Blissfully single. Since that happened, that was last April. We split up in April. I moved in May. I have been blissfully single except for a very short dating somebody for like 6 weeks. But I've been very, very blissfully single all that time. It's the longest. It's been over a year. It's been like, what has it been, like 17, 18 months now that I've been single? I'm so proud of myself. My gosh. I'm proud of myself because I had never been single in my life. I've always been in a relationship. The codependency, from trauma, childhood trauma, which creates codependency. I went from one relationship to another long-term relationship to another long-term relationship to another long-term relationship. And so I've never been single in my life. And so I'm doing it, and I'm good. I'm happy. I do whatever I want. If I want to go somewhere, I go somewhere. If I don't want to go somewhere, I don't go somewhere. If I want to wear, a black tank top on my life, that's what I'm going to wear. And no man's going to tell me that I can't, because a man used to tell me that I can't wear clothes that were cute because this belonged to him. You ever been in a relationship like that where the person acts like they own your body? You helped me so much in the beginning. Oh, nobody been single 2.5 years. The longer you're single, the more you appreciate it. Honestly, I agree with you on that. I know at first it was hard for you, and I get it. It is hard because when you're in a toxic relationship, there's a serious trauma bond that forms between you and that person. And even though it's very unhealthy love, very dysfunctional love, a very dysfunctional relationship, you love that person because of the good qualities that they have on occasion. And then you kind of, when you leave that, you think about those things. The brain is weird like that. It makes you think about all the good things about them. But I very much insisted. I told myself, I'm like, we're gonna remember all the bad things. We're gonna remember all the bad things. It was horrible. He was a narcissist. I don't even know what that was. I didn't even. Yeah. It's, well, you learn about it. You learn about it quickly. Travis was a narcissist too. He was a covert narcissist. It wasn't something that was obvious. And I didn't know anything about narcissism before I got in the relationship with him. I didn't know anything about borderline personality disorder. I didn't know anything about switching, which is, one of the things they do when they have BPD. I really didn't know a lot about alcoholism or complex PTSD. I didn't know anything about all kinds of stuff. There was all kinds of stuff that I learned because of that relationship. And yeah, I think it's, well, that's when you're their favorite person. You're the narcissist's favorite person because you feed them with all this love and attention. But if you do something wrong, you turn into the worst person in the world and they hate you and they wish that you would die. And it's just like that. It happens so quickly. And then you stay their least favorite person until they get back out of their trauma trigger and you've done something to make it up to them in some way. And then you're their favorite person again. You're welcome, Virginia. Bad Mary. marriage is like childbirth. It sometimes hurts to remember the bad parts. Well, but you have to. You can't just look at it with like rose-tinted glasses because you were miserable when you were in the relationship. You can't step out of it and be like, well, it wasn't that bad. Oh, yes, it was. It was. I say he did not break me, but he did make it really hard for me to be happy. So donation PayPal. Okay, sweetie. No problem. Okay, Stanley. But yes, and that's the thing too. The thing about my relationship with Travis, like when I look back on it, it was all surface level stuff. I mean, we never had a deep soul connection. I never felt like he loved me truly. You know what I mean? I felt like he needed me. And, that's not a real loving relationship. My ex was that way too. She had a lot of issues. Plus, she was really smart and liked to play mind games with people for fun. Yeah, that's no fun. That's no fun. Kim, we're doing spirit messages from your loved ones today. They're $25. If you're interested in getting messages from your loved ones or guidance, please make a donation of $25. There's 4 different ways to make your donation in the description box of the video. Okay, Miss Leanna, I'm sorry I had a little chat there. Gosh. I do. I know I do. Thank you so much. Yep, it's all in the description box of the video, Kadira. But Leanna, Miss Leanna, I'm going to do some automatic writing tonight with these messages. I've got your grandmother. Why is she German? Hi, Whitney. How are you? Oh, awesome. I'm so wonderful. Thank you so much. Who's the German? Who's the German? Is your grandmother German? Because she told me she was a grandmater, M-A-T-E-R, grandmater. Grandmater? Lois is her name? Who's the German? Is she German? Did she often wear sunglasses or have headaches? A lot of headaches. Her parents were her grandparents. Okay, so she's German and her parents and grandparents. Okay. She's telling me she had sensitivity to light. And so I'm not sure if this is like because she had headaches or she's telling me she did have headaches. Okay, what is the illness that she's talking about that she had prior to her passing? She had like some kind of lung-related illness? I froze. Oh. Well, calm down, woman. I'm getting a lot of pain in my lungs. She's talking about having an illness before she passed, a lung-related illness. She's also talking about having sensitivity to light and having headaches. She's telling me that she was dehydrated from the illness. Does that make sense? Leanna, am I live with you? Are we here? That could be either of them. They were very close and German descent. Okay. So who was the one that was like single? Because she said she didn't have sex. It's either sex or socks, but it's spelled with an SOX or an SEX. I know it's hard to read my own handwriting. She said there was none of that. So I feel like she would have been single prior to her passing, either from her partner passing first or divorce, and then not, remarrying. Helen, okay. Did Helen always wear white socks? Because she's saying Helen with the white socks is what she told me, white socks. Oh. 11 children. Definitely had plenty of sex. That one. Yes. Okay. She said she's telling me she had white socks. Whose birthday is coming up? Leanna? Celebrating a birthday? Or just recently celebrating a birthday? Do you have a sister? Lois, October 31st, Helen in November. Okay. So they both have a birthday coming up. October 31st? A Halloween baby? Oh my. What? What are you talking about? Okay, Leanna, your gram is a trip. Both are around me all the time. Oh, sure. So, like when you go on a trip and you pack your clothes in a suitcase and they get all wrinkled, from being shoved into something and not in their natural state. Like tucked away nicely in a drawer or hung up nicely in a closet. What they're telling me, they said that you can shake out the wrinkles. And I asked them what they were talking about. And they said they were talking about your clothes and your life. So it's things in your life that you haven't been giving much attention to, that you're out of practice with, or things that you haven't been doing much lately because you've been busy, or maybe perhaps socializing. But they're saying that just shake it out, shake it off, shake off the cobwebs, clear out the cobwebs, and get back to the task of living. Because they said that you're not spending enough time with your friends. Social. Getting ready to move out on my own in October. Look at you. Wonderful. Get back to living. So they're showing me a birdhouse for some reason. And it looks like something that you would make yourself. Just a regular birdhouse. Do you have a fondness for birds, Leanna? Gonna have a life again. Yes, you will. It's incredibly exciting. Helen does. She's showing me like a birdhouse that you would make. Cardinals. So what she was showing me with this is like making a little birdhouse or putting up a little birdhouse, a bird feeder, something along these lines to feed all the birds. I personally love cardinals. They are my absolute favorite bird. They are my favorite. I miss them so much. We don't really have them here in South Dakota, and I miss them. They used to just all be in my yard in Texas, just everywhere all the time, and I loved it so much. And they don't have them here, so that's sad. But they're gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful birds. I love them. I bought a plant named her Lois, and I'll put one up in my new apartment porch for sure, Grandma. Yeah, she's showing me like just a little basic, just a little birdhouse or like, and then you put a food in it, and it's somewhere where the squirrels can't get at it, because squirrels will just eat all that shit up. What is that? They're showing me it's like a white silk or satin banner. And it has like gold letters on it. What does this remind me of? It reminds me of some kind of like a graduation banner or something like this. Like a graduation, it's like welcome home or congratulations or something on the banner, but it's like it's almost like a silk looking banner. LOL, welcome home. Is that what is this for your new place, or what is this for? Where was this banner? How did this come up? Yes, you have. You've worked so very hard, and I love it so much. I am like overwhelmed with gratitude. For you. It hasn't yet. Yeah, it's like a white silk banner, and it's got gold letters, and it says like welcome home. I love that for you. What else do you want to tell her? Sitting by the fireplace. Where's the fireplace they're talking about? Was this like somewhere? Which one of these grandmas was it that used to sit by the fire, sit by the. It's either like a fireplace in their house or like a campfire. It's not a campfire. Okay. Fireplace in Bedford, Iowa. Is that where she lived? Definitely need a fireplace in Iowa. It gets pretty darn cold over there, from what I hear. Because she's showing me like her feet, and her feet are wearing wool socks, and she's got her wool socks like near the fire. She's got her feet by the fire. It's cold. It gets very cold in South Dakota. Yes, it does. Indeed, indeed. January, February, March. Whew, it's chilly. It's chilly. But nothing we can't handle. Lois is mentioning a ring to me. Me too. I think they're amazing. Like, you can't have one without the other. She's mentioning a ring to me. What is this ring that she's talking about? To me, it kind of looks like a college ring or a graduation, like a, like a college, like a, what are those called? You know what I'm talking about? Like if you graduate high school or college, where a class ring. Oh, you bought a sobriety ring. Oh, I love it. Good for you. Okay, that's what she's saying, to mark the occasion when you graduate from something. Okay. She's telling me that you were down and dirty for years. That you were stuck in that cycle for years. Okay, like it was. Were you in active addiction for like 5 years? Five years? Yeah. And she's telling me, I never thought she'd see the light of day. In and out for 30. Yeah. Hi, Vanessa. She said it only takes one split second, one turning point. It only takes one moment to change your life. She said, you remember exactly when that moment was, don't you? And she said she's never going to forget that moment. Dinah, I did not get off Facebook. I've been here the whole time. The universe, the universe has been blocking people from my page and blocking people from my videos, and and now everything is good. Everything's great. It's so good to see you. So she said you're going to remember that forever. So just know that. I feel like, I know you've been clean and sober for over a year now, right? It's been over a year or something like that, hasn't it? Look, I just turned my phone on, and Facebook was here. Okay, when I turned my phone on. Look at this message. If a friend is getting sober, you do not discourage that. If you can't be a friend to their sobriety, you aren't their friend at all. That's the very first thing on Facebook. The very first thing on Facebook. I got a notification. I was checking to see if somebody else had sent a donation, and Facebook was there. 13 months and counting. I tell my story in a few weeks. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Facebook turns people off. Look, I know I have one lady that watches me, Miss Sherry Lee McCarthy. She watches me and she turns her notifications on and then doesn't get my video notifications, doesn't get my live notifications, and she'll go and look and they're off again. So Facebook has been blocking me from a lot of people. I'm sorry, Dinah. But hopefully you'll see them now. Hi, Judy. Leanna, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for contributing to the live tonight. Oh, that pizza. Oh, goodness. Too much pizza. I'm very proud of you. I love you very much. I'm so happy for you. I literally am. And your grandmothers, not only are they around you all the time, but they're your biggest cheerleaders, honestly, because they're just so impressed. They're so impressed with your strength and determination. They said that you had been discouraged so many times in the past and that you just said, fuck it, every single time, but they're just so impressed with your strength and determination right now. And they're really doing this kind of thing, like, congratulations. And we're so happy for you. We're so happy for you. You finally got your life back. Oh, pizza. Yes. Yes. Their husbands too. You got new friends now. I'm sure you have way better friends now, right? Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's like, notifications are hit or miss on Facebook. They really are. Hi, Jim. How are you? They really are. They really do turn people's notifications off. How much is a private reading? Dinah wants to know. My private readings are $60 for 30 minutes and $100 for 60 minutes. If you're interested in getting one of those, the information's in the description box. You can contact me on my Facebook page. In the description box, there's a link that's where you're watching this video, or you can contact me on my website, quantumcatalysthealing.com. Hi, Micah. How are you, my darling? I joined Misty on Facebook and YouTube. Yes, go on my YouTube page, which I live stream to Facebook and YouTube, both at the same time. Almost always, I guess I should say almost always, but almost always it's, we're live streaming on two different platforms at the same time with StreamYard. Thank you very much, StreamYard. To be able to reach both of my audiences that way. More often than not, most people watch me on Facebook, but I do have my live stream on YouTube at the same time. And you can find me on YouTube. My channel is Misty the Medium. And I still have pink hair in that. I think I have pink hair in that picture. I might have changed it to my brown hair. I don't remember. But all right, awesome. Hi, Sissy. Long time no see. Look, people are finding me, and I'm so happy. I've got to run. Thank you for the validations. You're welcome. Don't forget to get the little bird house or the bird feeder for your grandma. She wants to have something to eat. Fantastic. You look great. I'm obsessed with the curl. This is my hair, girl. This is just my hair. I've been using a shampoo that gives me more body, but my hair is just naturally curly. That it just does its own little thing. It just does whatever it wants. It just does whatever it wants, and I just let it. I think it's just more noticeable now because it's getting longer. You know what I mean? And it's like doing crazy. It's just crazy big hair. Crazy big hair. Having serious health issues. Oh my, Jim. That's craziness. Do you? Isn't it crazy how like nobody is ever happy with what they have, and my daughter Madeline, My daughter Madeline, I almost called her Maddie because everybody calls her Maddie. I call her Madeline because that's the name I gave her. My daughter Madeline has this extremely long, beautiful hair, and she did like overnight curls. And she's like, "Oh, it reminded me of your hair. You know, I'm thinking about getting a spiral perm." And I was like, "Why? Your hair is beautiful. It's beautiful the way that it is. Looks good tonight. It's been sweat. It's been sweaty. It's been sweated on." Over and over. I would like literally was like, "Oh gosh, Emma." I was like, "Emma, it's so hot in here. Why is it so hot?" Probably, the pause. It's probably the pause. It might just be the pause. The pause kicking in, you know? Uh, you know which pause I'm talking about. I had a lovely salt bath today. I had one piece of salt like this big left in my bag because I had chunks of salt. And I had one big, huge one. And I was like, gloop, in the tub. Extra salty today. Just extra salty. Salty and spicy today. I am just salty and spicy. I'm telling you. The pause. I was like, Lord, I am sweating. I wasn't even doing much. I think it was folding clothes or something. I was folding some laundry and I was like, oh my God, I'm soaked. What? Not the pause. It was the pause. I think it was the pause. You know why? I haven't been taking my turmeric supplements. I haven't been taking my supplements because I wake up in the morning and I don't eat as soon as I wake up. I have my coffee and I get heartburn if I take a lot of vitamins first thing in the morning. I forget to take them with me. And if I do take them with me and put them in my pocket, I forget they're in my pocket. So I've been not taking them for a little while now since I've been doing the drive-in for DoorDash. And let's just say I need to start taking that there turmeric again. I need to start doing that. So yeah. I got it. Itch. But yeah, that cat is the loud, noisy. I had to move my bed over a little bit. I had to put my little bedside table on this side of the bed because my kids will be here in a couple of days. And I've got a trundle bed that pulls out a mattress underneath. And I needed to be able to pull the mattress out for Emma to sleep on because she'll still have to go to school and everything. So she needs to be able to get some rest. Anyway, kids will be here in a couple of days. I'm really excited. Miss Linda has sent a donation. If you're interested in getting a reading tonight, my darlings, it is $25. $25. If you want a different kind of reading than a spirit message, you just let me know. You send your $25 donation and then we'll see what we see. But you just got to let me know. How's that? Supplements for past chemo and radiation. I'll have to do some research. I don't want to say anything off the top of my head other than kelp. Well, let's look. Kelp. Life reading. Okay. Does sea kelp help with chemo and radiation?
According to Journal of Cancer Metastasis and Treatment, in cancer treatment, there is an old compound based in brown seaweed phycocolloid, alkazil T331, which was used in clinical stage studies with human patients. The benefits of this compound was in the post-surgery management and after radiotherapy of oncology patients.
Seaweed. I was right. Is kelp good for cancer patients? Seaweed and cancer. Anti-carcinogenic properties of brown seaweed, kelp, rax, and others are well known in some cultures but not yet understood. Traditional Chinese medicine includes the brown algae laminaria, and the treatment of cancer, and it has also been recommended in ancient Ayurvedic texts. Interesting. Well, so kelp, brown kelp. That is what I heard. So we'll take that and we'll run with it. Please, dear, now that you've said that, of course, Miss Linda, what question did you have about your life? What do you need from me, my darling? I will help in any way I can. Right after I use this electronic cleansing wipe for my glasses. Because they're filthy. They're filthy. They work just fine for glasses. What's going on, Miss Linda? You're not going to ask me another question about your relationship because we've talked about that. Am I where I should be? Well, the basic answer would be you are exactly where you should be at all times, but that's not what you want to know. And they're also mentioning, like, with your mantras and your spiritual life. She needs more confirmations, is what they said. Are you seeking more confirmations? Yeah, a lot of doubt. They're talking about your sense of security in your life, that it's been rocked. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Whew, felt that one coming a mile away. Like the foundation of your life has been rocked. This is obvious. And they're saying this is because of what you went through as far as your health is concerned. And so now you're questioning everything of like, oh, I see. So they're telling me like you feel like you brought this on yourself, that you that your actions or lack of actions caused you to have this cancer, and that now you're trying to rectify that and you're trying to change. That's lovely. The relationship we spoke about was my son, not my husband. Oh, okay. I don't remember. I just know that we spoke about a relationship. I never remember anything. It's like a blessing and a curse. So do you understand about so they're saying like you're trying to do better. You're trying to be a better version of yourself, and that you're consciously trying to put yourself on a better path. But it's also causing like a lot of fear in your energy. It's like, am I doing this right? Am I incorporating the right aspects into my life? Am I healing myself properly? Am I doing, it's so much self-doubt. Okay. So much fear still. And this is not good for your energy. It's not good for you to be constantly questioning and doubting. Is she where she needs to be? 100% you are. The fact that you went through that experience, you were shown what needed to be healed, where it needed to be healed, and then you took the steps to do that. Okay? That's the wonderful thing about a spiritual journey, is like when you can say, "Oh, I need to work on this," and then you work on it. You don't just ignore it like, some other time. I'll worry about that when I can, but you didn't do that. You were just like, yeah, I need to work on that. And you're trying, you know what I mean? You're not just, it's not just, I don't have time for that. I have too much on my plate right now. But you consciously doing the shadow work is what it's called, the inner child, the trauma healing. I mean, other than incorporating more vitamin C into your diet, which they're showing me in the form of oranges, more vitamin C in your diet. I understand that might not feel so great on your stomach because of the citric acid, but the vitamin C is important. Are you journaling? Are you writing things down? Yes, every day I work on it, but physically some days it's impossible. Chemo kicked my ass. I totally understand. Yes, every day you're writing things down. Look, I totally understand. Nobody said you have to go out and physically run a marathon. Nobody said you have to physically, like your body will tell you when you need rest. I mean, you got wiped out. You got totally wiped out. And so you have to just be a little more gentle on yourself. When your body says, we're going to sit in this chair today and this is the best we can do, accept it. It's okay. It's perfectly okay for you to have days. Yeah, I have days where I don't want to get dressed. I haven't had one in a while, but they exist. They exist. They're there. The days where I'm bummed out and don't want to life, and that's not even because I'm physically exhausted and worn out from cancer treatment. That's just because I'm just overwhelmed or whatever. I know it's hard to accept, but that's part of your healing. Part of your healing journey is acceptance. It's a really, really, really big, hard lesson. Okay? Acceptance is probably one of the hardest lessons. And this is one of those things that you are having a hard lesson about. Accepting your physical limitations. Hi, Ruth. Yes, Ruth, that's exactly what. Hold on a second. I gotta read this text message. Sorry. It's a very funny message that I can't tell anyone about. Anyways, will they ever get better? Will they ever get better? Your physical limitations? Is that what you're talking about? I have bone spurs on my Achilles tendon too, and it's so hard to walk. Okay, Linda, I did some research on bone spurs. Okay, I did some research on bone spurs. Linda, write this down. Castor oil. Get a castor oil pack, which is like a cloth. Okay, you get a cloth towel or something, and it's like waterproof or something on one side, and you put castor oil on there and you let it soak in there, and you wrap it in castor oil, and castor oil can heal bone spurs. I did some research on this because my friend has bone spurs in their feet, and they were looking at having surgery and their bone spurs, and castor oil. Go buy some castor oil. I literally just ordered some castor oil because I've been doing a lot of research and I've been reading a lot of things about it. And I'm just like, castor oil really is amazing. Put some in your belly button. Put it 2-3 drops in your belly button before you go to sleep at night. It's good for so many things. Your body can be cured naturally. I think so. I think, you know what, though? It's one of those things. It's a lesson in patience, Linda. You're going to have to be patient with yourself. You're going to have to, you're just going to have to be patient. You know, it's going to take time. It took time for this cancer to develop in your body. It took time for you to fight it. It's going to take time for you to get back to 100%. And if you push yourself faster than your body is able to go, you're just going to detract from that. You know what I mean? It's only been, what's it been, a year since you got the diagnosis? I mean, honey, got to give yourself some time. You have to. Hi, Ruth. Okay, Ruth. I think I just got you. It's been 1 year. Okay, so you got to give yourself some time, sis. I mean, honestly, these things don't develop overnight. You did beat cancer, damn it. You know how much it took out of it? Like, it took so much out of you. It took everything out of you to fight that devil. And you did it successfully. Now you have to allow yourself to recuperate. Do you think people who go into boxing matches and have boxing matches? I'm sorry. And have boxing matches, do you think they go out the very next day and run a marathon? No. They train and they fight and then they recuperate. They don't just, do it every single day. You had the fight of your life. You had the boxing match to end all boxing matches. You have to give yourself some time, dude. You have to be kinder to yourself, Linda. It's just a body. It's just one human body. It's not a super machine. That's right. You beat cancer. You did. You beat cancer. Like, do you know how amazing that is? Do you even know how many people die from cancer every single day? Maybe you should look that up. Maybe you should look up that statistic so you can see how freaking awesome you are. You beat it. And it's okay to be tired because it was hard. It was a hard fought and won battle. But you did it. So just be kind to your body. Let your body recuperate at its own speed. If you have to sit in a chair tomorrow, sit in the chair tomorrow. It doesn't matter. All right. So be kind to you, Linda. My goodness. Is there a better castor oil? You got the collagen and berberine. Good for you. I just picked one on Amazon that was there's a whole bunch of options. I just picked one on Amazon that was a good size, came in a glass bottle, and didn't have any of the negative stuff that it's supposed to have. That it's organic and all that good stuff. So just read what's in, what all is in there, and what all's not in there, and pick the one that's best. You're welcome. Castor oil helps with a lot of things. If you put a couple of drops in your belly button, it helps open up the blood vessels in your body and so on. Fred, go away. Go away, Fred. It says my account is restricted for an hour. What did you say, Angie? What did you say? You were sending hearts. Oh my God. And Facebook restricted you for an hour? Good Lord. That's crazy. How dare you send love? How dare you? Judy, I got you, Judy. I got you, Judy. I'm not sure what I want to know, I guess. I just want a message of my love life and family. You got it, Ruth. I know, how crazy. You're not allowed to send me love. You're not allowed to follow me. It's like, it kind of makes you wonder, like, why is Facebook so weird with me? What is it about me that Facebook doesn't like? Like, what is it? I've never been restricted before. But whatever messages there is for me, I would love to hear. Okay, Ruth. Ruth, have you never been restricted? Oh, girl. Linda, don't even ask me questions I cannot answer right this moment. It's okay. Whatever it is, it's fine. It's fine. It's good for the vibration. It's good for the vibration. So anyway, like I was saying, I'm feeling, Ruth, that you're struggling with inconsistencies in your life. Like people are being inconsistent in your life. Like workflow is inconsistent, inconsistencies with people's communication, with emotions. Like people are not being consistent with you. Life has not been consistent with you. And I feel like this has been a real problem lately because I feel like you're noticing it more right now. And it's like you're on edge. You're on edge because you're like, God damn it. Can you just be honest with me? Just tell me. Just, don't be here one day and then gone the next and then be there day after that. And like, I want the consistency. I want that in my life. Right? Am I going to shut up? Am I? It's crazy. I had a lunch date today. I don't know. Whatever. It's whatever. Anyway, it was a 2.5-hour lunch. It's great conversation. Anyways, whatever. Correct. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. And see, this is a good for high vibes. It's good for high vibes. Anyways, I feel like it's really starting to become apparent to you. And Ruth, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the live, but we were talking about this as far as I'm concerned, as far as other people are concerned, about removing toxic relationships from your life, whether it's friendships, romantic relationships, work relationships, whatever. That it's being made more and more apparent to all of us, the inconsistencies within our relationships and the things that we have been settling for that are not good enough for us. Okay, so I'm talking about when people do not communicate. We've asked them to communicate and they don't communicate. When people don't respect you at a level that you want to be respected at. When they don't show up for you and you show up for them. And so we talked about this at the beginning of the live, and it's like the universe is showing you, hey, it's time to let these situations, these people, these relationships go because they're holding you back. And I said that, I released a toxic relationship a couple of days ago, a toxic friendship, and since then, people are like, you're glowing. Your energy is wonderful. Yeah, it's because like I found peace in my heart that I don't need to settle for that type of, fair weather friend or half-ass friendship anymore. Okay. And that's what I'm feeling for you. I feel like the universe is trying to show you right now, like, Ruth, look at this bullshit. Look at this. Can you believe that? Mom and dad passed in less than a year apart. Oh no. And love them have been strong, but relationships have been of no good on. Yes, I have been noticing more and more now that it's been a year since mom passed and almost 2 since dad passed. I feel the glow, but still not 100%. I totally get that. It's like you lose the most important people in your life. And then you start to realize like none of your other relationships are really measuring up, which why would they? Why would they? It just feels like your parents want you to want more. They want you to want more for yourself. They want you to not accept less than you deserve anymore. They want you to look at these and analyze these relationships that you have with people in your life and just be like, really? Is that what I've been taking from you? Is that what I've been settling for? And it's not necessary. There's 8 billion people in the world. 8 billion people in the world. That's 7,999,999,999 people besides you that could be your friend better than that person. That could be your partner better than that person. So the universe is telling you right now, analyze your relationships. If they are not measuring up, throw them out. You're not going to keep spoiled food in your refrigerator, are you? The meat might have been good when you bought it, but it's past its expiration date and it's stinking up everything. Throw it out. Throw it out. That's what I'm saying. Look, this conversation is good for my vibes. That's what I'm saying. Like, this used to be a really good piece of steak, but now it's gray and it stinks. You stink. You're stinking up my fridge. You're stinking up my life. I got to get rid of it. Throw it out. I think, honestly, I feel like relationships and people have expiration dates. They truly do. And the problem that we have as human beings is we form emotional attachments with the people that we met so and so ago. And we've connected to them and we've attached ourselves to them. And it's like you're growing apart, and it's painful because it becomes so very clear and evident that you're in different places. But you just don't want to let them go. But as soon as you let them go, you get this feeling of relief that comes over you. Like, oh, why did I hold on for so long? I feel so much lighter without them. Yeah, it's hard to think about life without them. I'm so used to having them, and I'm so used to that pain and that annoyance and that everything. But give it a minute. You give it a minute and it gets better. So analyze your relationships. I put my glasses on to read the screen. I have tried to let go and I'm strong, but the other person finds ways to come back. And even though I know I don't want it, I fall for it. Look, listen, sister, you're living my life. I was that person. And I'm not telling you to go through the extremes that I went through. I'm not telling you to move out of state, to move 1,000 miles away to get away from them. I'm not telling you to do that. I did that. That was my choice. I'm like, I know that they're going to keep bothering me and keep harassing me and wearing me down and working my emotions and manipulating me. So I'm just leaving. No forwarding address. And that is how I got out of it. You do what you have to do. Okay? Block their number. Don't answer their phone, because you know if you see them, they're going to manipulate you. If you talk to them, they're going to manipulate you. They know how to manipulate. Yeah. Right? They know how. So, no contact. Don't answer the phone. Don't answer any strange numbers you don't know. Block them on social media. Change the locks if you have to, right? Be firm. I'm done with you. Do not give them the energy and the tension that they and the attention that they want. You got to cut them off. Trust me on that one. You got to cut them off. Because if they know how to manipulate you, they know what buttons to push to manipulate you, you know, and they will push those buttons if you let them. They will push the buttons if you let them. And you can cry about it and you can be sad about it as long as you tell them no to their face. I don't care how sad you are. Go be sad. Cry about it. Cry because it didn't work out. Cry because you love somebody and they didn't love you back the right way. Be sad that there's an ending. But don't talk to them. You can be weak all the time except for when you're dealing with them. That's when you be strong. You know, if that's all you got in you to be strong for 5 minutes when you got to deal with them, or block their calls, or block them on social media, don't answer the door when they knock, you do what you got to do to be strong in that. You deserve better. You deserve better. I deserve better. Girl, we deserve better. And here I am, 16, 17 months outside of that relationship. And I'm so friggin' grateful that I walked away from it. Like, so friggin' grateful. You know? So you can do it too. I know you can. You're welcome. You go cook your food. We're all done, girl. You go cook your food. It's fine. Okay, Miss Judy. Miss Judy. One year ago in October, the very beginning of October, right? We're coming up on it. Feels to me like coming up on it. Yeah, like right at the beginning, right? The first few days of October. Because they're showing me like near. Did you mention what day it was? I'm sorry. I gotta scroll up. I know you said something about somebody passing away, but I was in the middle of a reading, so I wasn't really reading it. Where is it? I'm not seeing it. Judy, October 22nd. Okay, not the beginning of October. The end of October. Not until the 22nd. Okay. And this is your mom? She says, help her out. She's been thinking about me a lot lately. She said it's heavy on your mind. You've been thinking about her a lot lately. And you know, she said this year really has dragged by real slow for you. I'm sorry about that. And she said that there's been a lot of occasions Okay. So she's telling me that there's been a lot of occasions that normally you would have enjoyed them very much, like specific holidays that normally you would have enjoyed very much, but because your mom's gone, and then it just kind of puts a pall over the whole thing and just kind of takes all the fun out of it. Hmm. And she's showing me a big heart, and I don't know if she's talking about Valentine's Day or if she's talking about um, just you having such a big heart and you just feeling this loss tremendously. Your mom, Bev. Okay. I'm going to write her name down. Bev. Is this shit with her house and antiques going to work out? Eventually. Eventually. I feel like there's a snag. What is the snag? She said hitting a snag, a snafu, a snag. Legal matter. It's eventually going to work out. I feel like this is something that's just going to drag out. Okay, I feel like there's going to be like a delay because there's other people involved. And she's sorry for that as well. She's very apologetic about everything that you've had to endure since she has passed, and she's taking full responsibility for this. It feels like I just wasn't prepared. Um, I feel like there's things that I should have done that I didn't do. I don't know if she had a will or whatever. It just I feel like things were left undone. I don't know if this was an unexpected passing or if she was in good health and something happened out of the blue. I don't know the circumstances. She's not really giving me a lot of details. She's just making me feel very sorry that I put you in this situation. Just be tolerant. She's telling me, what should I do with, how should I handle Tammy? Be tolerant and firm. She's saying tolerant and firm. You need to be able to draw the line with her. Um, I feel like she tries to talk her way out of things or into things. And I think it's just the amount of talking that she does that wears people down. And I think that you should just be tolerant and firm, like, say no when you want to say no, and just tell her this is how it's going to be. Verna's house. The very first thing I heard is that has nothing to do with you. I don't know who Verna is. Is that your grandmother or something? I don't know who Verna is to you, but what I heard was that has nothing to do with you. She inherited the house from a friend, and my dad is selling. Well, that's okay. Your dad can do that. She said that has nothing to do with you. She told me and my sister we would get a third of the money. Look, all I know about this, Judy, I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? If your dad is selling the house and your mom intended it to be a certain way and it doesn't turn out that way, then there is karma that happens and things will happen. All right? Like if she said this is what's going to happen, this is what she wants to happen, and your dad decides to sell the house and not share it with you and your sister or something, that creates karma. Okay, that creates a negative reaction in the universe, and that will come back to him. Okay? So it might not seem like things are working out in the moment. It might not seem like they're fair, or what your mom had originally wanted for you, but karma, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, that is karma. Is she with family? Of course. She's with everyone that has already passed from your family. She's making me feel like there are 4 other people that she's close to, that she spends a lot of her time with. I do feel like they are both of her parents, and then like a cousin or a sibling. I can't really tell which cousin. And so she's making me feel like she spends a lot of time with these family members, with this energy in her soul family. She is happy where she is because there's no problems. She said there's no problems, there's no worries, there's no stress. And she just wants you to know that once you get through this first year, she said things will get easier. She wants you to start enjoying your life again. She wants you to start thinking of happy times, enjoying the special days and holidays that you didn't really get to enjoy this past year, because you were thinking about her so heavily. She wants you to get back to living. Okay? She said, I have nothing to do with that. That's on you. She's not helping. She's not helping. You have to do that all by yourself. She's just making me feel like you and her don't have the same taste or the same idea of what's good for you, okay, or what you would need in your life. Okay. So that's fun. She is. She's funny. She said, you need to start looking for yourself. Oh, I love when the butterflies are, I love when they come as butterflies, because they're just, these tiny little fragile things, and they're trusting you. You just reach out and break them, and they always come as butterflies, ladybugs, butterflies, birds. They really are. I love that they use nature to communicate with us so effectively, and we know it's them. We always know, like, oh, that's got to be my loved one. You know what I mean? It's like, I love it. I think it's wonderful. And yellow butterflies are just so happy. They're just so happy and joyful. She told me at several opportunity times she would fly by. I told you she was going to be a yellow butterfly. Well, there you go. Messages from beyond. Oh, man. Well, I hope you enjoyed the messages from your mom. She wants you to get out more. She wants you to socialize. She wants you to look your best. She said, look your best so that you can attract a man, she said. I get that. When I put more effort into my appearance, I get more positive feedback. So I understand that. And it's not because I'm putting makeup on or my hair is done or whatever. It's because I feel better about how I look. So I'm raising my vibration, and that is attracting attention, my energy, not necessarily the effort that I put in to my face or whatever. It's that I feel better about myself, you know? So that's what she's telling you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for contributing tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed their readings tonight. I have got some conversations that I have to have, but I wanted to remind everybody that I will be in Southern Oregon October 13th, 14th, and 15th to do readings. And the information's in the description box at the very bottom. So if you're in that Southern Oregon or Northern California area and you want to come see me in person, I will be there doing shows 13th, 14th, and 15th. The link is at the bottom of the description box of this video. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, that information is accessible through the links on this page also. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will see you tomorrow. Many blessings.